What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So today we're going to talk about, once again, Kingdom Hearts 4, right? And I'm a bit worried. Because of all the things that Square Enix has been doing up to this point, that's really contradicting, what they stand for. And it seems to me as though they're only doing it to the English version of their games. Perhaps they're not really doing it to their Japanese version. But hear me out, okay? So you guys already know about the ethics department and how basically we found out that Square Enix ethics department is the one behind all the changes with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And most likely the changes in the dialogue and the dubbing and, in the subtitles of Chrono Cross Remastered. The quote-unquote gender language, right? They were the ones behind changing that. And then, of course, you would think that, hey, maybe it's the localizers here in America that are responsible for that. The localizers are not doing their job. Yeah, more and more, we're starting to think, we're being really convinced that it's Square Enix that's behind all of this, right? And, there's been a push for censorship, especially with Sony. Sony PlayStation has been censoring games, of course. Nintendo doesn't censor their games, but Sony does. But, don't even dream on it. Don't even dream on it. We are not going to have I don't think, or maybe perhaps by the time the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out, with a more powerful machine that can handle a PlayStation 4 style game, maybe then, the Kingdom Hearts can actually come out for the Nintendo Switch. It's very possible, However, let's look at some of the things that Square Enix has done. Number one is one of the most recent games, Triangle Strategy. The English translation was butchered, right? It says the word women is considered offensive now. So I talked about how in a lot of their translations, the localization, they keep changing. They take the word women and they swap it for something more neutral, right? Because they think it's offensive or whatever. Who the heck knows? But that's a Square Enix game, and guess what? They are behind that. They have nobody else to blame but themselves, right? And then there was the Chrono Cross gender dialogue that was changed, right? And they did a lot with Chrono Cross. They changed a lot of the dialogue. I don't know why, but they've done it multiple times, right? The president, the CEO of Square Enix, Yosuke Matsuda, said that the Japanese cannot make good games by copying the West, right? And however, despite of him saying that, everything that's been happening so far, it has been contradicting what he said, right? So it looks like they are on board with a lot of Western ideologies of censorship. And again, it looks to me as if they're only doing this to the English version of games. Because, shit, I wish I could speak Japanese. I would just buy the Japanese version. But, like, your Western customers are getting pissed off, So, it really, really makes me wonder, like, is Kingdom Hearts 4 going to be ruined? You know what I mean? Is Kingdom Hearts 4 going to be ruined by these new ideas? Because years ago, you've never heard of this actually happening. This would have never happened years ago. 5-6 years ago. But now, Square Enix seems to be jumping on this bandwagon. So I wonder, what are they gonna do to Kingdom Hearts? What are they gonna do to Sora? Especially since since they're gonna be adding new worlds. Like, I heard there's a rumor going around that Star Wars was gonna be in the in Kingdom Hearts 4, and most likely a lot of the newer Disney movies, like probably Moana and a whole bunch of other ones. But you gotta remember, like, Disney Star Wars is woke, W-O-K-E. You know what I mean? So what's gonna happen to that? So are they gonna bring those WOKE elements to Kingdom Hearts? Seriously, what's going to happen? And I hate to be pessimistic here, and I still love Kingdom Hearts. I like it very much, and I mean, of course, I'm still gonna play the game because I'm a Kingdom Hearts geek at heart. But it makes me wonder, what is Square Enix going to do to the game? I know that they have 100% creativity, 100% creative power over Kingdom Hearts. But since they themselves are adapting these ideologies, what are they going to do to the character of Sora? Like a lot of other franchises, gaming franchises and movies, and especially in the comic book industry, it could ruin the story. It could ruin the story. Now, then again, the Japanese, okay? The Japanese, because Square Enix does have a lot of creative control, they always do stop doing something if it's not working. So if Square Enix learns early on that what they're doing, what they have been doing is not working, is pissing off the Western audience, then you know what? Kingdom Hearts 4 could work. At the same time, you also have to think about Kingdom Hearts was never the type of game that had to be censored. It was always a family-friendly game. It was never the type of game that you had to censor, or you don't necessarily have to cover up any of the girls. A lot of the girls in Kingdom Hearts are covered up, because it's Disney, or at least Square Enix idea of Disney. And if you think about it, Square Enix actually understands old school Disney better than Disney. Kind of ironic how that works, right? So, I mean, so far that is all I want to say about this. But whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below. Tell me what you think. And like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed. Peace out, guys.